What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. This one's for The Mountain Between Us. I saw this at the theater with my movie pass. It's not something I would ordinarily watch, but since there was nothing else I wanted to see that day, I decided I would go check it out. The basic story here is that there's a woman played by Kate Winslet. This is already falling apart. Played by Kate Winslet. She's trying to get to her wedding. She's down to the wire. This airport is about to close because of bad weather. While she's in line, she overhears that there's a guy there and who's Idris Elba. I guess how you pronounce it. I don't know. But anyway, he needs to get to the same place she does, but he needs to get there because he's about to operate on a 10-year-old boy for an emergency surgery. So you have two people that are desperate to get out of this airport, and she decides, hey, maybe we could work together, charter a private plane, and get out of here just before the airport closes, and make it, and then everything will be fine. And that's what they do. Beau Bridges ends up being their pilot. Him and his dog load up and takes them out. Right before the weather just completely shuts the place down. They get on the travel path and everything looks fine. They hit some turbulence. It looks like the storm has maybe moved a little bit, but everything should be okay. And then Beau Bridges has a stroke, and they try to keep him together and keep the plane on the right course. But unfortunately, it ends up crashing into the snowy mountains. Kate Winslet is hurt very badly. Idris Elba's fine. The dog is fine, but Beau Bridges is dead. The guy has to, tend to her wounds, which thank God he's a doctor, right? That's great narrative assistance. But anyway, he patches her up. She still hasn't woken up yet. So him and the dog just kind of make the best of it and build a fire and try to, get his wits about him. Pretty soon she wakes up, and the movie is just them trying to survive, of whether should they wait there and let the beacon kind of guide the rescue team to them? Do they try to make it, in this crazy, harsh wilderness and make it to safety? They're very different people. The movie is not so much about surviving, starvation or thirst or the elements. It's more about surviving each other and themselves. They fight about stupid stuff that you wouldn't think people would fight about when their lives are on the line, but it is what it is. I thought this was a pretty decent movie. It was definitely watchable. I was never bored. I liked the story. Where I really ran into some problems was just that I didn't like either of the main characters, and neither did anybody that I talked to that saw the movie either. The girl is a very just like spacey, goofy kind of person who makes terrible decisions, which I'm an impulsive person myself, but like in this situation, you don't want to be with somebody that's impulsive and, doesn't really take time to think about things. And then the guy is like this cold, unfeeling type of guy. And I think that the people who made the movie knew that these characters wouldn't exactly be super beloved because you've got this dog and he's in every scene. Like sometimes in a movie, you'll have a dog that shows up just to kind of reel people back into the emotion of the story. No, the dog is a main character. He has as much screen time as anybody else in the movie. And to me, that's the only reason that I really stayed connected to the movie, was because I didn't care if either one of the people survived, but I wanted the dog to survive. And so by turn, I wanted them to survive because they were helping to take care of the dog. The narrative doesn't make a lot of sense at a certain point. But it's kind of fun. The whole survival thing is really neat. I liked it. It takes some different turns than some of the like eating each other plane crash movies. The final act is horrible. It's where the movie really loses it. It just turns into like schmaltz and Hollywood. It's just not good. But the first while until you get to that finale is pretty watchable. The performances are great, don't get me wrong. I just didn't like the characters, so it was hard for me to connect to them. And really, the way they were written, I don't know that we were supposed to like them. I can't imagine a lot of people being like, yeah, man, I just love those people, But the dog is fantastic. The dog drives the movie. The dog has a scene where he fights a cougar, and I hate anything, even if it's like obviously fake. And trust me, the cougar in this movie is ridiculous. They use a real one for a couple shots, and then they switch to this CGI that looks like it looks like Pluto or something. Like, it looks so fake. It doesn't even look like a cat. It looks like this weird Disney monstrosity. It's really terrible. But I hate anytime animals are in danger in movies. But the dog is really cool, and it leads to this ridiculous CGI scene, so I guess it was worth it. That's it, man. If you like you know, if you like either of the leads, check this movie out. If you like the idea of survival, check it out. If you like Good Boy Doggos, check this out. To me, the dog is the main reason to like this movie. It's solid. I hated the ending. Everything else was pretty decent. So that's The Mountain Between Us. If you like this review, check out my website, markfusion.com. You can read a full write-up of this movie, as well as countless hundreds of other ones, including new ones, every single day, 7 days a week. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Twitch, I'm at Mark Fusion, and you can recommend movies to me. I'm always looking for stuff to go see on my Movie Pass, so you can make recommendations or just see what kind of new stuff I've got coming out. If you like these videos, please do drop a sub. It would greatly help me. That's pretty much the only way that I can grow my channel and try to bring in new content, is to point to my sub count, or total views helps too, but sub count is really what people ask for. I greatly appreciate you watching these videos, and if you don't like these new release theatrical movies, just hang in there. There'll be plenty of other stuff, you know, coming out. I just posted a bunch of stuff yesterday, and I'll continue to post a huge variety of stuff. So thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you soon.